Welcome to Shamba Shape Up.
This year, we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of your favorite TV show.
Once again, we have traveled all over East Africa to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need,
so they can adapt and make their farms more productive even while the climate changes.
We support them to become more productive,
get better yields,
and increase their income.
We meet families and enter their kitchens to explore what we eat, where we get it, and how we can cook it in cleaner, faster, healthier, and cheaper ways.
And at the same time, increase family nutrition.
We will see how farmers from across the region can benefit from our experts' advice,
while also learn from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences as they shape up their shambas.
Welcome to the Shamba Shape Up Safari. Dear viewers, we'd like to let you know that all the filming you're about to see was done before the outbreak of the coronavirus in Kenya and Tanzania. Hello and welcome
to Shamba Shape Up.
Today, we have something quite special for you.
That's right. We want to make sure our farmers' good work is not getting spoiled.
So, we have a series of special reports on food safety and quality. Now, this week, I'm going to one of the places where food is sold, the supermarket counter, and I'm going to see how you can get the best meat for your meal.
Well, I'm going to find out more about sweet potato products.
Well, let's go.
Let's go.
So, my first mission is to find out how to buy quality meat. I'm visiting one of Nairobi's top supermarkets, and I'm going to meet their head butcher to get some advice. We are starting with the cheaper cuts. So what do you have here?
This is called beef osobuco. This is the lower part of the beef.
Yes.
Where the muscles, it's in action. It's one of the toughest part of the beef. It's recipe for soup.
Good for soup?
Yeah.
And I can see even the price.
Price is very affordable.
It's low.
Very, very low.
Then what is a blades?
Blade steak.
Blade steak. Which part of the cow is this?
This one is the shoulder.
The shoulder?
Yeah, but people do not understand it. It is one of the softest. And the bone is chewable.
Wow.
Yes.
Ribs I know. I eat ribs. So this one, it's for roasting.
Yeah, but specifically for roasting. You marinate it and you roast it.
T-bone steak.
This is a T-bone. T-bone is also the back part of the cow. That's the best for roasting. As you can see here, we have some fillet on it. And fillet is the softest part of the beef.
How about the rump steak?
The rump steak, this is the thigh of the cow.
Behind here?
Yeah, the best for roasting.
Which is the top side?
Top side is the inner part of the leg.
So if I'm a cow, the top side is where?
Yeah, here.
this is the top side.
That's the best part.
Making it better than silver side. Silver, why silver?
It's one of the steaks, but silver side is a bit tough. So what we recommend to our customers, it's good for roasting. You can also cook it.
Which side does it come from in a cow?
Still the hind leg, yeah? Outer hind leg. Yes.
And we have the fillet.
The fillet. This is the softest part of the beef.
Why, if it's the softest, why is it looking so dark?
For us, so what we do, we usually take the carcass.
Yes.
And then we hang it for about maybe 2 days. That's make the meat softer. And that's why you're finding the color on it. That meat will be the best.
Naturally?
Yeah, naturally.
You're not using anything, you just hang it?
You just hang it. Even the taste is very different.
Now, I didn't know that. The best quality meat is not necessarily the reddest meat. The best meat is actually a brown color. This is because the meat is left to hang in the cold storage for between 24 and 72 hours. This allows blood to drain from the carcass, improving the taste and softening the texture. After hanging, the color of the meat changes from bright red to a darker brown. Ensuring high meat standards begins on the farm, where supermarket buyers check to see if the cows are being well fed and housed. Cows for slaughter must be less than 2 years old to ensure the meat is tender. Then, Once slaughtered, following international standards, the meat is kept refrigerated all the way to the supermarket through the hanging and processing, right up to the supermarket counter. It's called the cold chain. It ensures the meat has no harmful bacteria and is safe to eat. And if there is any problem, each pack of meat has a label that allows it to be traced all the way back to the farm.
I've heard that there are some people who say when you see flies
Yeah.
on meat,
Yeah.
it must mean that meat is fresh and has no preservatives.
No,
Is that true?
we are trying to educate our customers that, flies.
Yes.
Flies in the real nature. The place is dirty. Yeah,
So flies have to be associated with dirt.
with that. That's true.
That's a basic
for sure.
rule.
Yeah, that's for sure. So you find that flies are normally found in rotten carcasses. For us, because of the freshness, you never find them here.
Excellent.
Never ever.
Keep it up, Bernard.
Yes.
That was very educating. I'm sure farmers will be pleased to know their meat is being looked after all the way from the farm to the customer. Now, I wonder what Caro has found out in the bakery department.
Well, Tony, do you remember when we learned how to access quality orange-fleshed sweet potato vines and how to best plant them for high yields? Well, now I'm here at the supermarket bakery, ready to find out what customers think of the orange-fleshed sweet potato bread, which is made from the orange-fleshed sweet potato puree. This way, our farmers can see what potential added value market there is out there, and whether growing orange-fleshed sweet potatoes is going to be a good business for them.
Yeah.
Jockey and Lindsay,
Yeah?
I didn't know I was going to find you
We
here.
are here.
Ah, you
Yeah.
look busy.
We are very busy.
How is business?
Business is good.
Business is good. I can
Yeah.
see people just eating.
Yeah.
Where's
here
my
people-
piece?
Okay.
Are you selling?
Yeah, we are selling. Yeah.
People like it?
Yeah, they really like it. Yeah.
What else is there?
Okay,
What
let's
is that? Can see bread, of course.
Yeah, here we have bread. Here we have the buns made of sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah, the orange sweet potato. Yeah,
It's actually very sweet.
and very soft. You don't have to struggle.
So, the bread is good.
Yeah.
Why would you recommend that someone should buy this kind of bread? Orange fleshed sweet potato bread.
Okay, the benefits, one of them is good in vision, good vision. You can see somebody from the far distance. It boosts your immune system.
Wow.
When you take it, you will remain healthy. You will not be attacked with any diseases.
You mean like flu?
Yeah.
So it boosts your immune system?
Yeah, it boosts
All
your
right.
immune system. The third one is also, it has fiber. Yeah, the fiber helps in digestion.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Wow. How do our customers get this kind of bread?
Okay, we supply them in the shops. We supply the puree in the shops, then they bake it. In any shop you can get it.
All right.
No, you don't have to struggle.
Is it affordable?
It's very affordable.
See?
The price is not that much expensive.
Oh, that is the price?
Yeah.
That's affordable.
Yeah.
There's no big difference.
There's
with
no
the
big
other normal
difference
bread.
at the normal bread.
It's only that
and
now
it's
you
very
have
healthy.
added advantages.
Yeah.
That is nice. So you said customers buy it.
Yeah, they buy it.
I really want to see that. You know,
Okay.
seeing is believing.
Yeah,
Can
you
we see that?
you can see
All right,
it.
let's do that.
Okay.
Now, let's see what the customers think. We want you to taste this bread and tell us what you think.
It's made of potatoes.
Yes, orange fleshed sweet potato.
Very nice.
So sweet. I like it.
It's not like bread. It's like something better in it.
Very well balanced. It's good.
Wow.
Let me taste once more. Do I taste some guasha in it?
Yes, orange fleshed sweet potato.
One, it's good for good vision. Second, it adds fiber.
So it's also in constipation.
Really,
and all
it is
that.
nice.
Yeah, all right.
I really recommend.
Okay.
It's very nice.
Ah,
Then I can like to buy one.
you want to buy one?
Yeah, you can buy for the family.
Well, these customers certainly seem to like orange fleshed sweet potato bread. Oh, there you are, Tony. So what did you find out?
Caro, I found out that the reddest meat isn't necessarily the freshest, and definitely it should have no flies.
Not about flies. Now, see, This orange-fleshed sweet potato bread is so delicious.
No time for that, Carol. I've received an urgent call from a young farmer who needs help on his shamba.
Okay, so let's meet after the break to see how we can help him back on the shamba.
Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Bye.
Fast!
The desert locust is a very serious pest and can destroy your crops. Locust adults can eat their own weight every day. There are 3 groups of locusts you should look out for. The young locust is black and cannot fly. They move in big groups called bands, like this. The mature locusts are red and look like this. The mature locusts are yellow and look like this. These are the areas that are currently affected by the desert locust in Kenya. High-density areas in red show where lots of locusts have been reported, so there is a high risk of the pest damaging crops badly now. Medium-density areas in orange show where locusts have been reported, and there is some risk of locusts damaging crops now, and it could get worse. And low-density areas in yellow is where you have low risk of locust attacks. That means little or no damage is being caused now. The threat of locust is very high in northern and some central counties. Marsabit and Samburu are at a very high risk. Swarm of locusts have also been reported in Isiolo, Garissa, Laikipia, and Turkana. These counties are also at risk of having locust. Tana River and Garissa probably have many more locusts that have not been reported. The desert locusts are like a fire. You, as an individual farmer, cannot control them alone. However, the government has planes which they can fly over high-risk areas and spray the locusts with chemicals that will get rid of them. It is very important that you get in touch with the hotline to tell us whether you have or have not seen locusts in your area. That's right. We also want to know if you have not seen any locusts. Tell us if you have seen the black hoppers, the red immature locusts, or the yellow mature locust. Here's what to do. Send the word locust to 1606 and we will get in touch with you. Welcome back.
To Shamba Shape Up.
We are in Muranga and we have come to help young farmer Francis Mwangi.
In our special report earlier, we found out all about how to choose quality meat
And some delicious and nutritious OFSP products for sale.
But now, we want to help our young farmer prepare his field.
All right, see you later, Carol.
Later.
Ah, good. And I see our expert Josephat Musenze has already arrived and met our farmer. And he's brought some serious equipment with him. The Dume Reaper. Impressive.
Francis,
Yes.
how can we help you as Shamba Shape Up?
I wanted to know what I can plant together with my avocado.
Ah, you've got avocados here.
Yeah.
Aha.
As you have seen the farm, Francis has done avocados in his farm. But now we can incorporate the avocados and other crops using conservation and culture.
Good. So while Francis waits for his avocado trees to grow, he can plant legumes such as beans or cowpeas in between the young trees. This will make him more money and benefit the avocados by retaining moisture and increasing soil nutrients. But how will following the principles of conservation agriculture help our farmer?
What is conservation agriculture? Have you ever heard of conservation agriculture, Francis?
No.
Never.
Don't worry, today is here. So conservation agriculture is where you use 3 principles. 1, minimum soil disturbance. 2, crop rotation. And 3, residue retention in your farm.
Aha.
Yeah.
So in this particular shamba, which of those principles are you going to apply?
The first principle, Tony. Because the first principle, which is the key principle, is minimum soil disturbance.
Yes.
So once you look this reaper, you all need to reap where you will only plant and apply the fertilizers. So you not disturb the soil.
So why is reaping important?
1, you are breaking the hard pan. And 1, this is the thing which you go penetrate deep up to 25 to 30 centimeters for you to break the hard pans of the soil.
Now, what is hard pan?
Hard pan is the hard part of the soil. Once we plant the crop, the roots cannot penetrate through that. It's like a rock. Actually, it's created by our activities. Several years of plowing, several activities we are doing in the farm. So there is that level of hard pan. So that's why we want to use the ripper to break the hard pan.
Ah, good. How does it work?
Tony, yeah, it is not a magic. This is the reality. Yes. And we start with the first part of it. In your farm, there will be a lot of residues. And when there's a lot of residues, when you don't have this, the ripper will just cull a lot of residues and it will be lifted up. The depth will not be acquired. So this culter will cut those residues into pieces to give way to the ripper, which is used to go deep in the soil.
So, using the Dume ripper completes many jobs in one. The cutter cuts the residue, leaving room for the ripper to dig deep into the soil, breaking the hard pan. While on the back, the clubber smashes any large clumps of earth, leaving a fine soil ready for planting. Job done!
Is it applicable, for instance, if a farmer wants to grow maybe maize?
This Dume ripper can be used to prepare land every crop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can use it to plant tomatoes, potatoes, maize, beans, just call it.
Big advantage of using a tractor to pull the Dume ripper means the rip lines are accurately spaced in between the rows of avocados, while the ripper ensures minimum disturbance of the soil, meaning the soil stays healthy and full of nutrients for both the avocado and the beans Francis is going to intercrop in between his avocados.
Wow, it's working very fast. Just look at it.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you, once you use the Dume ripper,
yes,
you are assured of one saving time. And once time is saved, there's money saved.
Aha.
Because it has just started from here and it's checked where it is now.
Wow,
that
Francis,
you are saving
you see how
a lot of
fast
time.
it's moving?
Yeah.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, what are the benefits as it's working that we can see?
The way the rip lines are being meant. One, they are very straight. Two, there's no disturbance of the soil.
Yes.
Three, once it rains, there's a lot of water harvested. There will be no runoff. The water moves to the rip lines. Once it fills, it moves to the another rip lines. So it means there is no runoff of the soil.
What kind of harvest can Francis expect when he uses conservation agriculture?
Tony, you are assured of high quality crop.
Wow.
Because once you make those rip lines and you plant, you put the fertilizer the same rip lines where the seeds are, you are assured that the crop utilizes every fertilizer within that. Meaning, very good crop, very good yield, good money.
Wow.
Tony, this looks great. Using the principles of conservation agriculture, in particular minimum soil disturbance, and by intercropping with the cover crop between the rows of avocados, will help our farmer increase his profits. The coronavirus is spread when you come into contact with sneezing or coughing droplets from an infected person. People above the age of 60, as well as people with weak immune systems or illnesses such as diabetes, heart disease or HIV are at higher risk of suffering severely from the disease. But make no mistake, young people can also be infected and spread the virus too. We all need to be very careful not to get infected by the virus. Good social behavior can stop the virus from spreading. Stay at home and avoid places with many people. Generally, keep 2-meter distance from other people. Do not shake hands or embrace. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Elderly people should stay at home. You can support elderly family members or neighbors by bringing them groceries or medication to their door. If you have traveled, quarantine yourself. That means stay at home for 14 days with no or little contact with others. If you have symptoms such as fever, cough, or shortness of breath, call your doctor or a hospital to seek further advice. Personal good behavior can reduce your risk of getting infected. Do the following. 1. Wash your hands properly with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, at least 10 times a day. 2. Avoid touching your face. 3. If you have no tissue, sneeze or cough into your elbow and not your hand. 4. Wash and iron used handkerchiefs regularly. 5. Clean and disinfect surfaces such as your phone, tables, light switches and doorknobs daily. 6. When using money, avoid using cash. Use mobile money or bank cards as much as possible. And 7. Boost your immune system by eating fruits and vegetables several times a day. Together and with good behavior, we can prevent the virus from spreading.
Well, what do you think of that, Carol?
Quite educative.
Well, let's get back to work.
Let's go. Now it's my turn to offer some advice. I've arranged for us to meet Ndegwa from Aberdare Nurseries. Planting trees around a field can also help the crop you're growing in so many ways and be a source of extra income too.
So Ndegwa, the main reason why Francis is here is that he's planted trees on his shamba.
Okay.
On one side, he has like enough trees. Yeah? And one other side is just bare.
Okay.
So he's here to get advice on how he can plant more trees, better trees.
I have Gravelia and Blue Gum.
Gravelia and Blue Gum.
Yeah.
Where do you get the seedlings?
Along roadsides, yeah.
Along the road?
Yeah.
I have also seen people selling along the road. So you just stop your vehicle and ask them how much it is. You choose the one you want and you just take.
Yeah.
Francis is in the right place.
Yes.
Because Aberdare Technologies is an expert in field of seedlings. You get quality seedlings. That is why you should buy seedlings from certified nurseries.
All right.
So don't buy along the roadside because you don't know the source of the seed.
Also, when buying, check the size of the seedling. Tree seedlings should be about 30 centimeters from shoot to root. 20 centimeters is the shoot and 10 centimeters the root inside the pot.
So Ndegwa, why are trees important?
For one, it provides shade. Right now we are resting on other shade without any harm from the sunburn. We have another use of trees. Trees provide fruits and we use fruits as food, you see. The other uses are commercial uses like timber. You get electric post, fencing post. The other value is light. Now we have a global challenge, and that is climate change. And without trees, we shall get further harm.
But with over 130 tree species at the nursery, how do farmers know what is the best tree to plant? Some trees grow better in highland areas, some in lowlands. Some are fast growing and some are better for timber. So I asked Ndegwa to describe some of the most common tree varieties that we have.
I've just selected a few. This is a Griffidia seedling. Griffidia is a good agroforestry tree because you can mix it with crops. And it has a lot of advantages. For one, it can provide the weed breaker. After maybe 15 to 20 years, you can sow very good timber. It's also a good tree because when the leaves fall, they will decay and add organic matter in your farm. The other trees are like pine, but pine will like elevated areas.
Highlands?
Yeah, the highland. That is where it performs very well. It has very good timber.
All right.
For construction. It gives very straight timber. Then we have Eucalyptus gradis. This is a variety which can grow in a variety of areas.
Yes.
It has a lot of value. You can get timber from it. It is a fast growing, that is one advantage. In 4 years you can get poles. In fifth year you can get fuel wood with a lot of calories. Then in 8 to 10 years you can get electric posts, provided you follow regulations. If you don't want to have a problem with the government, do the right thing when planting eucalyptus. Don't do it. I would advise you not to do it near the water catchment or the riparian area. Riparian area is where maybe the land which is bordering the river so much. So eucalyptus is one of the varieties that can give money very quickly. And it is a fast grower.
Quite a selection. But Francis wants to know what tree would be best in this area to grow around the avocado field.
Now, which tree I can plant there?
Griffidia is one of the best for maybe elevated area because it would provide maybe shade. It will add organic matter on the soil, and eventually it will provide wood.
In order for the trees to grow well and achieve maximum yield, they must be grown in the right type of soil, at the right altitude, and with the right amount of rainfall. Get in touch with iShamba to find a source of certified seed near you and to get advice on which trees grow well in your area.
How big is the Shamba?
10 acres.
10 acres.
That's a big farm. That farm can give you a lot of money. If I give you an example, my father's farm is only 2 acres, and we planted 400 eucalyptus. But in 7 years, my father passed away. But in his will, he said, sell all those trees and buy a farm.
Wow.
An additional farm for the family.
Wow.
I don't say that you leave out maize. Just plant maize for domestic use and probably for commercial use. Then set a long-term project on your farm.
It's like a money project. It's like a savings account.
Saving, yeah. In case you come here for seedlings, this seedling is 15 shillings.
Yes.
But when you plant it in your farm, the investment per acre would be about 80,000 shillings. In about 8 years, you get over 1.5 million shillings, which is a good investment, sure.
So there you have it. Always buy your seeds from certified nurseries, like the Aberdare Technologies. Once you manage your trees properly, it's like having savings. 6, 7, 8, 10 years, you'll always have money in hand.
Well, in a few years, I think Francis is going to have a bumper harvest from his avocados. Time for us to leave to the next Shamba.